The last time you saw me working on this F350, we had just picked it up from its owner. Now, if you remember, he was worried about the truck's condition. He was actually a little anxious because he wasn't for sure what we can do with it. He had already contracted 2 people from out of town, and he actually paid them a deposit to come and look at the truck. They told him that the truck was an absolute lost cause. You're gonna have to repaint it. You might wanna junk it or scrap it. There's nothing we can do from it. Today, that hard work has paid off, and we get to show this beauty to its owner.
I definitely didn't expect this.
I'm Jamie Buchanan, and I've been a full-time professional auto detailer for over 32 years. I've been paid to detail and restore everything from fighter jets to multi-million-dollar cars. Any of your buddies want you to come pick them up if you had that thing. To some of the nastiest, dirtiest jobs that no one else in the world would even touch. Oh, God almighty. Now I'm here to bring you pro-level tips, tricks, and advice from professionals in the detailing industry worldwide. But here's the deal. You need to hit the like and subscribe. It's something that your mother would really want you to do. So we left off yesterday in getting the whole truck de-mossed and cleaned really well. Now we're actually gonna be taking our P&S iron buster, spraying the paint to get the rest of the contaminants off the paint. We will be letting this set for about 15 to 20 minutes so it can work. Once the product starts turning purple and moving, it's actually become our carrier agent to take off all the contaminants off of the paint. With the bead maker product, one, you don't want to use it in direct sunlight. It's actually going to dry to the paint and it's going to become very, very hard. Overcast today, little misty, drizzly rain, perfect and ideal. Now I'm going to be claying to make sure this paint is as clean as it can be before applying anything to it to protect it. A wax, a sealant, whatever that may be that we're going to put on it. We're on to the drying process. We're actually gonna be using 3D's Hydrofill XL towel. Now, we've been using this towel most of the day, so it's pretty wet. But for you, if you were to dry this truck with a brand new towel, you would do this truck with no problem with plenty of drying towel left. But we're gonna have to use a couple in this instance because we've been really, really busy today and the guys have been using it. With the paint clean, I still have to clean the engine bay. But if you remember, the owner, he's gonna be installing a new motor and a new transmission. I'm not too worried about making this thing look perfect. So more so the areas around the engine, up on the hood, I'm gonna make it nice and clean and have him a nice area to work with. The thing is in bad shape. For whatever reason, it's worn out. So we're on to the last step of the F350. We have got the paint of this thing so clean that we can really just do a simple one-step polish. So we're gonna be using 3D Speed, which is a polish and wax all-in-one. We're gonna be using a pad from Lake Country, which is very, very good for polishing and or waxing. Then, as you can see, we're gonna be using Flex's cordless machine to finish up the outside. We're also gonna be using an Edgeless 300 yellow microfiber towels from the Rag Company. There's no resistance in that whatsoever. That is so slick. This guy here, he's just not even gonna think it's the same truck. That is so easy to come off. You can tell the pores in the paint of this thing are super clean. Again, there's no pushback or drag on my towel. It is so easy to come off. Like you can actually tell that the paint is clean and we're not covering up nothing. The amount of the depth of the gloss of this thing is gonna be mesmerizing when this guy sees it. He's not even gonna think it's the same truck. So today we're gonna be transitioning over from the outside where we've basically done the last step except putting the wheels on. We've got a lot of things to do as far as the body end caps, the bed cap, Ford emblem, mirror, things of that nature, but we're done with the cleaning aspect. Now we're gonna be going to the inside, and you know it has that aniline leather on these King Ranch trucks that's kind of finicky, but we'll get to those later because those are gonna be the hardest part, and that's actually the last step in working our way out. So let's get started. Look at that. We said that he was prepared to break down on the road. Look at there. That's in case a man breaks down on the road. So the inside of this truck was kind of easy peasy, okay? We did take the seats out, we did remove everything, but we want to make sure that, you know, rats, squirrels, whatever may be in there, dust, debris, that we got everything out so when he goes to drive it, it's going to be like new again. I would also like to give a huge shout out to my buddies over at Robinson's Glass for actually coming and putting on the body cap moldings on top of the cab for me. But now the seats, that was another different story. The aniline leather in these things were really atrocious now. It was very, very hard, almost brittle, almost to the point where it's gonna crack, break, and bust open. We sit these seats in a temperature-controlled environment, which is a very small room where we keep all our chemicals. We turned the heat up to 75 degrees. We cleaned and took care of the stains and the oil and the dust and the dirt that had accumulated. Then we took softening cream. And when I say we took softening cream, we took the softening cream, we lathered this on there, and then we mummified the seats, meaning we took saran wrap. We wrapped the seats up. The softening cream was trying to evaporate out, but instead of being able to evaporate out with the saran wrap, it pushed the moisture back in to the base of the leather. Once we did that, we coated it, leave it in there a couple of days. We put another layer on and coat it and wrap it up for a couple of days. We did that for almost 3 weeks. Now these seats are back to supple and they're back to looking like an original King Ranch seat. We added a new Ford logo emblem. We actually had the caps that go on the top of the cab. We put those in. these odds and ends, if those are missing, it just doesn't make for a good representation of the vehicle or what we do. We decided to get all those pieces to finish up the masterpiece so the customer would be truly happy with the finished product. So after 3 months of on and off working, ordering parts, breaking parts, conditioning the seats, mummify them, keep repeatedly doing the seats, it's finally time to reveal this thing to its owner. And I'm excited. Morning,
Good to
Mr.
see you again.
Good to see you, man.
Man, I don't know how I'm feeling right now, to be honest. I don't know if I'm more nervous, excited, or, I gave you this truck and my expectations were a little bit, uncertain with what the outcome's going to be and with all the feedback we got from those other companies that came and took a look at it. And, so it was a little bit heartbreaking at the time, but I'm a little bit nervous, to be honest. I'm going to take a look at it.
That's the way we like it, because the expectation is here, so we've got this bar, but you're just going to be blown away when you see it. I hope, right? I hope.
I know you've worked very hard on the truck, and, a couple friends of mine have asked if the truck is at your place and know the backstory of the truck and have seen it on the farm several times, and they text me and ask me, is this project really starting? And because they've seen it for years at a time, and I said, yeah, it's at his place, it's starting, and the truck's gonna be on its way back. So everybody's excited to see it, and so the nervous hopefully comes to excitement, and we can,
I believe it will. I definitely believe it will. Are you gonna, when we take it back, are you gonna, I'm sure you're probably gonna start on it right away, right?
With my work schedule and everything, it's gonna be a little bit slow process, but I plan to start getting it, once it's back, I'm gonna have it delivered at the house instead of the farm. It's no longer gonna sit at the farm, it's gonna sit at my house where all my equipment, tools are. And I'm going to slowly start taking the truck apart and getting it set up to, bring this thing back to life. I know you've probably done a lot of that already. It looked like it was on its last leg, just kind of, dying in the field there. But it's a big part of me, so I am excited to see it. Still nervous, more nervous than, but we'll see.
It's the good nerves. It's like right before the game.
Oh, yeah.
It's the big game, and now you put me in, coach.
Absolutely.
So, it's going to be so much anticipation.
Absolutely.
Yes, sir. Okay.
That can't be the same truck.
It is. It is. Many, many hours, many, many layers of dirt and moss and growth and undergrowth.
You didn't repaint the truck?
Did not repaint the truck. Several steps to bring the truck back to life to that color, but she had a lot of paint left. Like we was talking about when we were there, what people don't really know is the dirt and the moss is actually moisture. So it actually protects the paint when you let enough growth get on there so the sun can't bake it down.
This paint looks like it came off the dealer lot.
It does. Like I said, the preservation of the dirt and the moss is just phenomenal. Truly phenomenal.
I am
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. That's what we look for.
Jamie, this is amazing. I definitely didn't expect this outcome.
Yes, sir.
On this truck. I think people that know the truck and know about the truck they are going to really flip out. Everybody says I'm not that of an emotional expression person, but you know, this is kind of really hitting me a little bit hard at the moment. I am just very speechless. Yes, this project's going to be moved forward very quickly.
Very quickly now.
Very quickly. Okay. I can't imagine how long everybody's been working on this. I mean, I just can't. I see, you know, a lot that I thought was just gone. And here it is in front of me, actually shining. So, I mean, I don't know how this was possible.
Yeah.
Jamie, I'm speechless here. I mean, I never thought it would even look like this. And then to have 3 different companies tell me that I need to go ahead and repaint the truck or wrap the truck, or, you know, all 3 of them just basically walk away from the truck.
Yeah.
It just made it very disheartening. And like, if they're not willing,
Sure.
you got professional body shops and detailers telling me I can't bring this truck back.
Yeah.
And I need to just be prepared to paint it or wrap it.
Yeah.
It was heartbreaking. I am like, want to call them up right now and say, hey, will you come take a look at this truck?
Yeah, I know you was here before, but I need you to check something out one more time.
Yeah.
One more time.
Hey, can you come by and just take a look? And
They'll swear you
I kind of
painted it.
dusted it off a little bit.
Yes.
I was like, I'm blown away. This is beyond my expectations.
So if it could get any better, it gets better.
What does that mean?
But I'll have to show you before I can tell you, okay? So
I'm trying to drink this in right now. I mean, I don't know how I can get any better in this. Just the outside of the truck, I'm like blown away. I'm just like, I want to call everybody and show them pictures and videos of this truck.
you're not gonna believe this. You're not gonna believe this.
You're
going
not.
around this
They're
thing.
not. They're not at all. And it's just, it's going to be amazing. It's going to be a story that's goes on for days and weeks and months.
Yeah.
Because, you know, with my background, with what I was doing with the horses and rescues and everything like that, a lot of people know the truck. They know who I am. They know it's been sitting forever. And I even had people offer to buy the truck because they wanted to take the truck and build it and everything else. And I was like, no, this truck is part of me. It's part of David, and who's no longer here with me. And it can't get any better than this. So whatever you're telling me is going to be better, I don't know if I can believe you on that. This is beyond my expectations. I never would have thought it would come back like this. How many hours did you guys put on this? This is just nuts.
It took quite a while.
Yeah.
So a couple of the things that I want to show you and tell you. So first, I had a surprise, but I'm like that guy that gets his wife something for Christmas in October, but if she gets it in November before December ever comes.
Oh, got it. Yeah.
So I know that your tag's been expired for a long time.
Oh, yeah.
A long time.
Yeah, it is.
I called to check to make sure the tag was still available and nobody else had it. So I took the liberty. I ordered us a brand new tag, so you already have a brand new fresh tag for the truck. So that's why I say you got to work on this thing quick because it's already ready to roll.
Wait, huh? You got the tag and registered the truck?
To you.
That tag?
That tag. I made sure nobody else had it in the world. Nobody else could reprint the tag. I made sure I did that the first day. So you've got to get this thing on the road, man. It's gonna be ready to. It's ready to roll. It's waiting on you. Oh my goodness.
All right. I'll make you a promise. We're going to get this one just going, and
yes,
we're going to get it on the road. Not going to allow the offices to call me in on the weekends and
there you go.
Make things up. So my priorities are changing a little bit here, and we're going to get this thing back.
Yeah, for sure.
I can't. This is truly amazing. I can't thank you for grabbing that tag. I was wondering if that thing's ever going to be available, and a lot of times, you know, people will see certain, you know, kind of cool tags and that kind of stuff, and, you know, people kind of take stuff.
They will. They'll recreate it. Or,
yeah, I'm surprised that truck. I'm surprised.
Yeah, I was really surprised as well, truthfully, and I was like, yeah, okay, so here's what we got to do. So I had to go up, had to fill out some papers. Your address is in the car, of course, right? So everything it's directly to you.
That's amazing.
So,
that means a lot to have that tag.
Mm-hmm. I knew it did.
And
I knew it did.
I never wanted to take it off the truck.
For sure. Now you can have one for the back and one for the front.
Yeah.
You got a new one on the back, and the one in the front's going to display the old heritage of where it comes from.
That's going to work just fine for me.
Yes.
That'll work just fine for me.
The biggest surprise is yet to come, but I can't tell you what it is. I got to show you.
Okay.
But now, some of the things we did, of course, I got the new pieces for the bumper.
Right.
I got your new caps up on the end and had them painted the same color, and we actually put those.
I've been looking at everything, and I overlooked that. That is so awesome.
Well, see, there's nothing missing, so your eyes don't think there's something wrong.
Yeah.
So there's no sore there, right? It's like, oh my gosh.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, you saw everything when the truck was sitting on all the grass and everything else. You're like, this is a lot of bad.
Yeah.
And I'm just kind of like, this is a whole lot of good.
Yes.
And so this is amazing. This is truly amazing.
Along with your bed caps, bumper tops, bumper steps, we fixed the headlights and the fog lights in the front. We got us a new badge emblem. I didn't think the chrome was bad enough, but if you want, I can get us one of these up here.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, it doesn't take a whole lot to change it.
Are these like aftermarket or?
No, these, I fixed your headlights. Those are your original headlights.
How did you get this? How did you clean
Sanded them about 6 times. Get all the dead plastic off, and then you come back and put a coating over the top of it.
I didn't even know you could do that.
Yeah.
You're blowing me away. I am speechless here. This is just not at all what this truck felt like before. I mean, this is like comes off the dealer. I gotta stop mumbling because, man, I don't even have any words. This is just nuts here.
If you remember when we were standing in the field, I told you had no worries. It was going to be in good hands.
I know. I understand, but you know, you can understand my side having 3 detailers come out and say, no.
Yeah.
And so you could understand my apprehension there.
Yeah, of course.
And knowing that this truck means a lot, it was hard to, you know, to envision.
Of course.
What the outcome was going to be.
Yeah.
And, you know, I really expected a bad phone call or a text from you.
Yeah.
I did. I was like, he's had the truck 1 or 2 days now. There's going to be a text or a phone message or something that comes through that says, we looked at it a little bit closer and, you know, we can't really help you out here. Let's go ahead and repaint the truck. And I was anticipating that message.
Yeah, good.
And
I'm glad we didn't have to make the call.
I can. And a lot of people are not going to understand why I want the body of the truck to come back. Why don't you just repaint it or whatever? I'm just character of the truck that the truck's been through, just like me.
Yeah, of course.
Makes you who you are. And I'm just kind of. You're putting that on display for me.
Yeah.
And it's there now. People can see it. And I can't thank you enough. This is just truly amazing.
So, the inside, you know what she looked like. You remember our seats.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah, I didn't have much hope for that. That was leather that had sat in the sun and not touched or used or anything for a very long time. I didn't have any hope for that seats.
So
you're not going to tell me that the seats are actually brought back. So
you said that you wanted the seats to look like when you and David used to ride the road.
Yeah.
These are not
but
changed.
That was a wish.
Okay.
That wasn't anything I was asking, you know, because I didn't think the seats were something that could come back. And, you know, we're planning on getting the truck on the road and use, and I figure the seats just had to be replaced so they're not tearing underneath us and that kind of. So you're saying that you were able to help the seats, or you were able to, like, you put brand new seats in, or what?
We didn't change them. It's still the same seat that you and David sat in, and it's gonna look like it's just the day that you parked it.
Okay.
So I'm gonna let you open the door and look at the seats. Look at the difference of the inside.
That is not at all possible. Jamie, this is not the seats.
We worked on those for about 2 weeks, cleaning them.
These are soft seats.
The conditioner we put on those, we would put a layer of conditioner on them, and then we would mummify them. We wrapped them in saran wrap so they couldn't breathe, so they had to absorb the conditioner and the softening cream. And then we would take it off, and we would just keep layering and layering and layering until it came back to supple.
The last time the truck was running, I was in the seat. David was in that seat. I can't believe these seats are like this. That was a wish, man. That was just a wish. That wasn't any kind of expectation. That was not anything I expected was going to happen. I just... Even the steering wheel. Oh my God.
Everything is clean condition. It was taken apart completely. Like it is just ready to hit the road, man.
You're gonna have to like tell me how to keep these up, man, because I'm not gonna let these go like they were. There's no way. I don't understand how that's even possible. You saw the seats before. I don't know how this is possible. I don't get that at all. I don't understand it. You're like a miracle worker here. Anybody looking at that interior would just sit on the seat. You expect to hear a crack.
Yeah.
This is so soft and nice. Jamie, this is amazing. I don't have the words. This is just, I can't. I just can't.
Oh, yes, sir.
This is truly, truly amazing.
This project meant so much to me because I saw a little bit of the genuineness of Mr. Jared and what this truck meant to him and how much it was going to mean to him to be back in a condition for him to be able to drive it again. And with that came all the care in the world and the why I was going to go to the ends of the earth to make sure that this truck was immaculate for Mr. Jared. Never met him before, never spoke with him before, first time we met, but I'm that person. We meet, we shake hands, we become friends. And then I want to help you get to the destination that you need to get to with the project that you have. Mr. Jared was absolutely ecstatic with the project. So for me, this project meant something, and this project was absolutely amazing and heart-wrenching. I hope you could feel it as well as you could see it in Mr. Jared's face whenever he came to pick the truck up. Look, guys, make sure that you like, share, subscribe, comment, ask questions. We love to answer these questions and show you what information we dig up to find, or maybe it's something we already have in the knowledge bag. But stay tuned, because I assure you there's more to come, and we never know what's coming.